Oh, man. We made it again. I can't even believe this energy that keeps coming every Friday. Thank you, DJ, for all of that intro work and the new background. And I mean, every week it just is, I'm just excited to the creativity you bring to the party. So thank you, DJ.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks, DJ.
You're great. And last week was so much fun. Got a lot of support and on the back end, felt great for me. I don't know about you, James, but I really left just feeling uplifted. And so here we are again with another amazing guest. But let's say a quick hello. DJ, how's your week been? How are you? Tell us what's going on.
Me, I'm doing great. I really appreciate it. Last week was tremendous. I felt so honored, so special. I'm really sorry I didn't put a clip up afterwards. I just did not want to bring any more attention to me, but I just wholeheartedly appreciate all that. That was a really fun episode. The weekend was really I embraced it. Just, trying to accept things and allow things to come at me as they will. So I appreciate it. Thanks, Darren. James.
Absolutely.
What's up, buddy? How's your week?
Everything's great. I just had a tremendous week, and it's been busy. The LinkedIn community is just continuing to show its strength, and I can't say enough about that. I can't wait to get into today's show. I'm super excited about it. Darren, you want to lead us in?
Yeah, guys, this is Russ Johns. A lot of you don't know this, but he is going to be producing another show for us. And it's not competition. That's not how this works, right, DJ?
No.
It's more to the party. It's a growing family. He's a different kind of guy. And so we're doing a totally different show with him. But that's not why he's here today. Today he's here because we want to highlight who is Russ Johns. Why does he do what he does? He highlights other people, enlightens others, pushes people over the edge, and helps them be what they truly want to be. And he uses creative marketing strategy to do that. And he's legit. The guy's a real dude. So, Russ, welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he's muted.
Oh, hold on. We got you on mute, bud.
We got you on mute, buddy. It happens to the best of us.
I know,
right? But that's okay. I'm really excited. Russ is here.
Russ, how are you? Who are you? Give us a quick 3 minutes, man. What's going on?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone here for participating and having an amazing Friday and creating this event. DJ, you're awesome. The first time we met was on Gabe's show, this 4-hour marathon. And then D-Roo was kind enough to jump on short notice onto the Pirate Broadcast and introduced us to James, who Jimmy Jam is awesome, epic individual that has now been a pirate, and you're all pirates. So it's like this amazing community that we could just continue to help and support each other and grow and manage through this process we call life. So thank you so much for allowing me to be here and give a shout out to everybody here that is joining us today.
Yes. Awesome.
Thank you, Russ, so much. Let's do a quick rundown of whoever's in the chat, but I don't want to lose time here because today we're sticking to 30 minutes. We're going to honor that. And in that time zone, I'm going to ask you, Russ, you got a little time to think here, but why and how did you get yourself over the edge to create the Pirate Broadcast for yourself and then for other people? So, hey, Ryan, thanks for coming. Kenny,
hey, Ryan.
You're my guy. What's up, brother? James, how are you?
James.
Say hello, guys. Everybody.
Everybody.
Who else is here?
You guys say hi to the chat. Yes, we have to give love to the chat.
Kenneth, what's going on? James, how you doing, man?
James, thank you. Thank you for always your support. Let's see who. Oh, KDJ. I'm trying to get through all this. Marsha Reese. Wait, I got you, Marsha.
All right,
Hi,
Marsha.
Marsha's
in the house.
Yes.
Hey, Marsha.
Welcome.
Shout out.
Let's see. Yeah.
Who's Beautiful Day? I recognize her from LinkedIn. Oh, okay. Right on.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
Welcome,
yes,
Maria.
yes. All right, Ryan, thank you for coming.
Ryan,
Yes.
thank you so much. For joining us. Yeah.
So yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
Am I moving through? Yeah. Oh, we have Metal Nation. I think we're gonna have to. We don't
It's so
look like
funny,
that
James.
much.
Everybody thinks I'm a metal guy, and I'm just kind of getting into it. I'm actually a big hip hop and like old school rap producer junkie. I love that stuff, but I do love playing heavy rock. And that's Russ's story too. A lot of people don't know that. Russ, how do you go from a double kick pedal death metal to chill hop, dude?
Well, once you fall 3 stories from a billboard and you grab a ladder on the way down and kind of bust up your arm, you kind of have to go from drummer to, pads or some different kind of music. And that's kind of what happened to me is that I started playing clubs when I was 16. I traveled, I had bands, traveled all over the country and played rock and roll, played country, played all kinds of jazz from Frank Sinatra to Frank Zappa and anything I could do to start playing. And I made a living at it. I used to be a ski bum in the daytime and a musician at night. And, it was good times. And then I was in Portland, Oregon, 87, and fell off a billboard. And so that kind of started the journey of a different sort for me. And the reality is that when you have to decide how to redefine yourself and your choices are either pick yourself up or feel sorry for yourself, my choice was to pick myself up and redefine who I was and what I was doing.
I don't know if you know this, Russ, but not everyone feels like they can take that choice. There's a lot of people, especially post-COVID, that are just buried and stuck. Mm-hmm. What was the key for you? What allowed you to ease into it, or just were you a jump in both feet? How did you get over the edge of change, I guess?
No, well, completely transparent is the fact that I was sitting in ICU, and I remember the moment like it was yesterday. I remember I was in ICU and, IVs and, external fixators. And every time they would take me in surgery, they'd say, we may have to take your arm, we may not be able to save it. And I remember a younger kid across the hall in another room who was on suicide watch because his leg was crushed. He lost his foot, or, he didn't lose it yet, but he was on suicide watch. I'm going, man, I feel fortunate that I'm still alive. Even if I'm going to lose my arm, I'll survive. And he was suicidal because he had lost his foot, or, and I'm just thinking to myself, going through that and thinking through how do I prepare myself to lose an arm, or how do I prepare myself to move forward? And they told me I'd never be able to, scratch the back of my head, or it'd have to be fused and I'd never be able to use it. And I said, bullshit. And I actually became a firefighter and EMT. after that and said, screw you, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Dang,
So
man.
I went through the whole process of, going up and down and back and forth and, the mental energy. And I got a really bad staph infection. I was down to like 140 pounds. I was very sick. And I've had many battles like that. I had E. coli at one point in time, and, I've broken every limb on my body. Last year I broke my hip. And the reality is we have a choice. Anytime you don't think you have a choice, you have a choice. And you have to look at it from that perspective and that body of knowledge that you have and saying, okay, what can I do with what I have? And then utilize that and leverage that.
Absolutely.
I don't want to hog the guest here because I would keep talking to you for hours. I think we're sort of brothers in tragedy, and like we've both been thrown into a rock tumbler and we've had to redefine ourselves a few times. DJ, James, do you guys have anything you want to ask Russ?
Yeah, no, Russ, I mean, just can't tell you how much we appreciate the background story and just what you did to push through. What was the key for you of knowing that and that feeling that you get? Because you are always, maybe without even knowing it, you're always pushing because of you push people in such a positive direction. And what was that turning point when you knew, wow, I am this feels right. This is a gift that I want to share with the world, because it's a gentle pull along. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that about you. Whether it's the kindness is cool and smiles are free, but just your whole supportive nature is really my point. Mm-hmm. What was that point? When did that enter your life and become such a driver? Because that's where I know you. I know you from that point forward.
Well, I have always been one of those, and thanks for saying that. I appreciate that and acknowledge the fact that I have been accused of motivating people to do things they may not necessarily be excited about.
It's a great thing.
And, building teams and helping people achieve better results than they imagine they can have. And I think it's really, because that's what mentors in my life have done. Sometimes, just like you said, D-Roo, you don't believe that you can do something greater than you're doing until you find somebody that believes in you more than you believe in yourself. And when that arrives in your life and you can actually encourage somebody to make some choices and some sacrifices at times in order to achieve better outcomes, that's when the magic happens. And that's when the teamwork happens. That's when we have some amazing results in our lives and we can see the excellence in others. And by encouraging other people to push a little harder and be, more than they imagine they can be, it's almost like myself talking to myself through others. And, because we all want to be encouraged at some point in our lives. And we all need to be encouraged at some point in our lives. So by doing it on a regular basis and practicing that, it's like an instrument. We're talking about metal and drumming and everything else. Life is an instrument. You just have to keep practicing at it. And if you can become a better person tomorrow than you were yesterday, and you can pull people along and push them along and help them up and encourage them to do better things, then we're all winning.
Absolutely. The way you challenge us too is it's almost subtle. I want to say how honoring you've been of what's going on in our lives and where we want to go. And you understand that there's no race because we're not like other teams here. We're not racing to the next year. You saw a lot of people try to jump on here to get their business post-COVID, what they're going to figure out. But I know DJ is here to stay because she fought to get here. Same with James and myself, same with you. And we're not here for a minute. We're here for a long game. And what that takes is we got to have healthy people along with us. That's a big part of what James pushes, is why this thing is called Reset Mindset and has nothing to do with real estate, although it has everything to do with real estate, because we don't want to get people into some wreckage, right? And we don't want to lead them to something that's not good for them. And lending somebody $1 million can, everyone thinks money's the answer, right? And I think all three of us know that truth and wisdom is really the answer, because if you can have knowledge in that moment that you do have options, or that you do have support when things don't feel well, you don't make those crazy decisions. Yeah. I'm really curious, dude, because when you're laying in bed in ICU, and I mean, there's other things, that I know about you where you've fought by yourself in isolation, as have I felt that way. Although I've been married 23 years and I have a supportive family. James is the same, but we've all kind of fallen into feeling isolated or feeling outsider-ish and not knowing how to pull ourselves up, and skipped across the bottom. I've certainly struggled with suicidal things. And to be honest, I was the guy on watch on the other side of the room. I thought my life was over. Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny? It was because I thought I didn't have any choices. I thought my body was deteriorating and ending, and like all of these despair ideas. And I didn't know how to think out of that. Yeah. I didn't know how to listen to anything good anymore. How, dude? How did you do it? How?
Well, I can remember a time in my life that, I was suicidal, and I was so exhausted by life that, many times I used to commute a long ways, and I was so exhausted at different points in my life that I would think that it would actually be that it's like I could just pull in front of the semi and nobody would even know the difference. And the reality is that I had to pull myself into an idea that allowed me to believe that there was a different outcome. And it was my family, my kids, that encouraged me to just step outside and change my state of mind and change the ideas that I was thinking about. And suicide comes from a loss of hope. It comes from a loss of hope. And the thing that got me out of it was music again. Music was my first love. It was my only love. It was the only thing I focused my attention on for years. And I gave it up because I lost the use of my arm for a little while. And then I started getting back into it. I started doing recording, and I started doing music for film, and I started doing some other projects. So I encourage everybody that feels like they don't have a way out, pick a different direction, pick a difference, just like Jimmy Jam, you're doing, something other than your work to keep your mind occupied on a different direction. And that's what creates hope. That's what allows you to imagine a different outcome. That's what gives you a path to go down that allows you to think that there might be something different in your world. And I think it's really important for us to decide, what can we do that's different, that brings us a little bit of joy, just a sliver of joy in our day that we can actually produce some results with. And that's what I encourage people to think about.
Yeah, that's incredible. Tell us a little bit more about your music. Tell us, because I know that you and Darren connect on that just from the making of music standpoint. So walk us through that a little bit, because I think that's super great, and certainly something that as you mentioned, is the first driver in love to keep your motivation going. So elaborate on that for us. What are you up to today in the music front? Let's talk about that.
It's funny because I got an iPad for Christmas, and I was thinking to myself, I wanted to do something with it. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it. So what I did was I went ahead and I got, then I started working on a few things and playing with it, music. And then on my birthday, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to say, screw it. I'm going to create a track a day and actually create something every single day and just put it out to the world and do something and it was my commitment to me is I'm going to do something. And my constraint was that I had to do it I had to create everything on the iPad. And then I would post it every day, regardless of how much time I spent on it or how little time I spent on it or how good it sounded or how bad it sounded. I would commit to doing that for a year to see what I could learn along the journey. And it goes back to that philosophy, just getting out there and practicing and improving a little bit every single day, taking action every single day, starting every single day, getting up with gratitude, setting the tone, having a conversation with somebody that's interesting and can put a new perspective out there. All of those little pieces of the puzzle encourage me to think differently, to be differently, to have different attitudes throughout the day. Because, I'm a caregiver here, and sometimes, with COVID, you don't get out much and you feel isolated, and there's some things that I can feel sorry for myself. And there are days that I do feel sorry for myself. And that's my hope. That's my slice of interest that I can actually put out there. So I got 51 episodes or 51 tracks out there on SoundCloud right now that they're all different. They're all unique. And it's really something that I'm doing it because I love it.
You've really encouraged me to get my work out there. There's a lot of people, even in the audience, that I've made beats and music for, and I just keep getting stuck with tech things, and they're on a hard drive and blah, blah, blah. And I want to keep making music and not deal with the tech problem, So
yeah,
thanks for your encouragement. I finally got the SoundCloud Pro thing today going, so I'll start putting my stuff up there. I've gone through maybe 3/4 of your catalog. And what I really love about listening to other people's music that I know is I don't listen to it passively. I try to go, what was in his head? And then I read the title and I'm going, did he have a shit day? Was this a great day? Was there a little chaos here? Because that's kind of what I'll do a little chime, a little this, a little that, and my stuff, a little record scratch or something to give it an edge. And I feel that in your music. It's not just like you're, learning Mary Had a Little Lamb or something, Yeah. It's really creative, and each one is totally different. So I hope everyone goes and just has a listen. It's super cool. What's it? Tunefarmer.com.
Yeah. Tunefarmer.com.
That's so cool.
And I just post them automatically up there.
I need to do
put
that.
it out there. Yeah. So,
and so
I actually performed dubstep in Houston years ago when I first moved to Houston. I used to go out and perform and DJ in Houston. Another episode in Book of Life, chapter in the Book of Life, as I call it. So
dubstepper.
Yeah, it's always been a theme in my career.
One of your tricks, Russ, of taking care of yourself and tying in your work is having those shows in the morning. And you've told me that. Having that conversation for those in the audience that don't know about the Pirate Broadcast, Russ does it. Is it every single day? 5 days a week?
5 days a week. Yeah.
Incredible. A lot of you don't know that these shows do take effort. You don't just get flick on the camera and and then we're done.
It's a lot.
It's effort. And Russ does it every day. Yeah. But he does it to sort of trick himself. No matter what, he's got to get his butt in gear. He's got to listen to someone and engage and be heard and hear. I love that idea, man. I don't know if I could have that kind of stamina, but how do you keep up the stamina? How do you keep that going every day?
Well, it was discipline in music. There was a period, almost 4 years, where I played almost every single night after night. I mean, broken nose, surgery, molars, wisdom teeth pulled out, broken fingers. I was there showing up day after day, and it's a discipline, and it's for the love of music. It's for the love of the creative process. If I could encourage anyone to get a cadence going, it's not necessarily that I would encourage everybody to do it every day, but you have the same thing going on. You show up on every Friday, and DJ's here. She's producing the show for you, which is awesome. And she's, showing up, you're showing up, and find a cadence that works for you. If it's, and it's like life. It's like the sun comes up every day. It's like you get up every day, and there's something that you can add to your day to just bring a little slice of joy, and just be grateful for that piece of time you have, and the opportunity to do something that is not only for yourself, but can provide value to somebody else.
Absolutely. I'm gonna interject so we can get to the chat. We have some new people that came into the chat. So
wonderful.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go like this, and then somebody, I don't know, LinkedIn user from Tanzania. Thank you. Blessings to you too.
Oh, I bet that's James.
Yeah.
James Abong. Yeah.
Oh,
if I
that's
said his
right.
last name incorrectly, I hope not.
Oh,
But
that's right.
if that's
Hi,
James, I can't remember.
Yes.
I hope I got his country right. There's so many people around the world.
Well, let's see. I know Marsha had shared not only you only not survived, but you thrived and are thriving and making such an incredible difference to all the many of us.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do. So, Russ, yes, absolutely. I think
Yeah,
that's
gratitude.
definitely directed at you, sir. James says he's a big supporter of firefighters, EMTs, and those frontline workers. Incredible. They sacrifice their own mental health, and they have to see all that comes. And I'm not going to read this. I think I don't know if I can ever compare to how Mr. Kenneth Dunner Jr. would say that, but we love those compliments that he
Those are
said.
great.
Man, love you.
This is wonderful. I love what Maria shares. Our minds are powerful, and we have to always put that mindset that we can. So, Juana, thank you for stopping by. I'm
Hey,
so
Juana.
happy that you made
Hey,
it
Juana.
through. So thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes,
So
Adam
stopped by. Adam, there he is. Yep, great.
Fantastic.
So we're saying hi. We've walked a road of isolation. It is hard because we need to feel loved and appreciated.
Absolutely.
We all feel similar. It's very, very similar. Yes. Music's a great healer. I agree. Huge music fan. That's one of those things that I love to do when I'm trying to find healing and I'm trying to find peace and break the monotony of the mental. So I didn't know what this meant. Not Fest, a tour. Anybody know what Not Fest is? I just wanted to be like,
It's probably that's
all right.
metal band.
Oh, okay. Let us know
Yeah.
if you're still here. Let us know what
Slipknot.
Yep.
I love Slipknot. So.
Maybe they call it Not Fest.
Maybe. I haven't heard. Nick, what's up? Thank you for coming. Olga,
What's
good
up,
to
Nick?
thanks
see you
to everybody.
back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super cool.
Yeah, so
Hey,
nice
Olga.
to see everyone. Did I miss anybody so far?
This is
No.
awesome.
I think we've got
Just a ton of support,
this is great.
I think it's
Yes.
a result of the same thing you're saying, Russ, is like people are coming because they know we want to uplift them and highlight other people. We're here because you're doing the same thing for other people. And I think if we all do a little bit of that, it'll have a positive ripple. I don't mean it. I mean, it will absolutely have a ripple. And that thing can carry weight, as we go forward. And, one thing we do at the end of each show is we say, what is our favorite song of the week? Right. And,
right. Yeah, music plays a big part.
I don't want to just jump in, but Russ, do you have one already?
A song that strikes a chord with me is Can't You See by Marshall Tucker.
Mm.
And there's a history behind it. But the song I created yesterday is a great song.
Number 51, right?
Number 51.
Number
Yeah,
51.
that was cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
What number? We used number 19 on the promo today, guys.
Yeah, 19 is a good track.
It had a good cadence. I wasn't sure if
Desert
the
is another-
emotions lined up.
Desert is another one that's great. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what
DJ,
Y'all-
song of the week.
Listen, I've been listening. Someone already said Five Finger Death Punch, and someone knows in the chat that I've been listening to some Five Finger Death Punch this week. So maybe Bad Company came up this week. Bad Company.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'll roll
That's
with
good.
that one. So yeah.
That is good.
James?
So this is a new one for me. I've got to cheat and go to my phone, but it's Anodyne and it's by Uncle Tupelo. And it's a song that found me. It's an incredible song, and the kind of song I can listen to again and again. Really spoke to me. So beautiful song. So yeah, that's mine. Anodyne.
Awesome.
So, Mr. Darren.
I did like that song. I listened to that probably 5 or 6 times and played my guitar with it. Really enjoyed that. I love those tracks where you don't know who these guys are, and people throw me a lot of rock music I've never heard of, but I'm going to stay true to hip hop this week. And my artist of the week is Natani Means. He's a native artist. And the song is called The Unheard. And it's mostly because of his lyrics. And I'm learning every day. I have my native language class, and I'm learning culture and about a lot of things. And it just really hit me hard. And so some doors that you forget about,
Yeah.
And so very cool, guys. Are we going to do the wrap up and then green room?
Ooh, yeah. We're going to go to the green room. There were some songs shared. Cameron, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for letting me be on your show. That was so fun. Welcome over to our side on this lily pad.
Nice work.
So he said
Awesome.
Beggin' by MadCon. I've never heard. I think we're going to have to do some research.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Sharing. Yeah, we love it when we get some. What do you guys call it? I don't know if that's that B track, the B side, as y'all call it. Adam says Meg Myers, Heart, Head.
Wow.
Okay.
This is good. It leaves us with something to kind of go back.
Yeah, a lot of the artists.
I love it when the chat chimes in on the songs, because it's Pantera Walk. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So we got some good stuff.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, let's we want to transition over to the green room for a little bit here.
I guess.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Close up shop.
More about the Russ, how many shows are you in now? How many shows have you had now under the Pirate Broadcast? Where are you at?
I've had
I know it's
420 some odd shows. Yeah.
Oh,
You just celebrated your 400 episode. I saw that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How do you keep track? I don't know. I was like, wait, what episode am I on? And it's not even.
Because they all go to a podcast, and the podcast automatically numbers how many I got on the show. So
there you go. That helps. We got another song.
that's the only one.
Levitating. Nice.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa. Levitating.
Yeah.
That sounds like some chill music right there.
We'll have to get out there. Yeah.
And the songs
There's
keep
so
coming.
many-
I'm loving it.
Slipknot. James is in a definitely hardcore mood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
he
kidding.
is. Yes, he is. Okay.
Love it.
Number them. Yes. All right. So I guess we should just go ahead and wrap up shop. We were at our 30 minutes. We've shared everything. If there's anything else you want to say, gentlemen, Jimmy Jam, D-Roo, I guess.
I just want to encourage everybody and thank everybody that is here, and I love what you're doing, and continue doing it and encouraging others along the way. So that's my wrap.
That's it. All right.
yeah, I can't thank you enough for what you do, Russ. I mean, it really is impactful. I know that for me, being new to the platform, just like the connection with DJ, it makes a world of difference connecting with the people like yourselves that will, whatever. It's so easy to go along with people like that. And I just appreciate the fact that you do what you do and the ease that you do it. And that you're just the genuineness that comes along with that. I can't tell you enough how much that speaks to me and means to me. So we appreciate that all very much, and keep doing what you're doing. It's just great.
Gratitude,
Yeah.
James.
Thanks for the honesty. That's it, man.
You
Thanks
guys
for the
are great.
honesty.
All right. Let's
100%.
just wave it out. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Peace.